Welcome back, everybody, to the Tennessee Titans franchise here on Madden 23. Today, the Titans have two huge games on their schedule, starting off on Thursday Night Football at Lambeau Field against the Green Bay Packers, and it doesn't get any easier the following week as the Titans return home to face off against Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. This Titans team has a lot to prove right now because they have not been playing good football since their early season bye week. As it stands now, the Titans sit with a record of 5-4. They were 4-1 in their first 5 games, with their only loss being because of a fumble on the goal line. But ever since their bye week, they've lost 3 of 4 and have lost some control in this very tight AFC South race. And the schedule does not get easier outside of the Texans in Week 16. All of those opponents are legitimately good teams. So these Titans have a lot to prove here as we really get towards the second half of the season. 9 games in and a very important 8 games to go. 2 of the most important games left on the schedule, in my opinion, being today. A real opportunity for the Titans to prove that they are not pretenders and they're not flukes, and they are actually legitimately contending for the division, or at bare minimum, a wild card spot. Currently, the Titans are in 3rd place of the AFC South, but only half a game behind first. The Colts are 6-4. They have won 5 in a row, and unlike the Titans, started off slow, but have been playing very well since week 5, pretty much. The Colts have beaten some good teams along the way, as have the 6-4 Jacksonville Jaguars, who have cooled off a little bit. They had their bye week today and then play up against a really strong Baltimore Ravens team. But they have more bad teams on the schedule than us. Teams like the Lions, the Jets, the Texans. And keep in mind, the Titans play the Jaguars twice towards the end of the season. The Titans have already played the Colts twice and split back in weeks 4 and 7. Also, in the last episode, we did our prospect profile on running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends. We've also done quarterbacks as well. For those who may be new to the series, who came in through the NBA 2K23 stuff that I've done the other day, I have a whole college football series with the players from these draft classes. So if you want to check that out, NCAA Next Up playlist, I'll put it in the card at the top right of the screen. So as part of our matchup here with the Green Bay Packers, it is on Thursday Night Football, meaning that we've got a short week ahead of ourselves. It's not going to make things any easier for us, but the Packers have the same disadvantages of playing just 5 days prior. So it's going to be an equal challenge there for both sides. The Packers are 6-4. They've been a little bit underwhelming this season, but their division has been really bad. The Vikings and Lions have massively underperformed, and the Bears are the Bears. So the Packers certainly want to prove something here, that they're not just 6-4 because they're in a weak division, and that they actually are a Super Bowl contender here in the final stages of the career of 38-year-old quarterback Aaron Rodgers, who has shown some signs of regression this year. The yards are high, the touchdowns are high, but the interceptions are as well. His first double-digit interception season since 2010, and keep in mind the Packers have 7 games left to play. They have obviously had to fill a massive hole with no more Devontae Adams. Randall Cobb has been their best receiver and has kind of stepped up, having one of his best seasons in a long time. The Packers have plenty of other talent on both sides of the ball, although they will be without running back Aaron Jones, so A.J. Dillon will take a bulk of the carries out of the backfield today. He's very, very good as well, so it's not going to be much easier. Green Bay has a lot of big-time players on both sides of the ball. They have a good offensive line. Their defense is really good. So this should be a very tough matchup for the Titans, taking on one of the better teams in the league on paper, on the road, on primetime, with a short week, at Lambeau Field in front of a loud Green Bay Packer fan base. So we'll see if the Titans can get another win here and improve to 6-4, or if they will lose their 3rd straight game and fall to a 500 record on the season. The Packers open up with the football here to start Thursday Night Football as it's a handoff for Dillon. He is smothered in the backfield on the first play from scrimmage. It's David Long who's gotten a tackle for a loss in all 10 of the Titans games so far, making the play. 3rd and 1 now. Handoff for Dillon to the outside, and I do not think he got it. Couple defenders there in the area. A.J. Epineza led the way. Jarrad Davis finished him off. So the Titans force a 3 and out, and they'll get the ball here on offense. 3rd and 10. Tannehill looks to throw it. Has an open man. It's Woods, but the pass is overthrown. That was a good route, good read, but poor pass. So that'll force a punt, and the Packers have the football back from the 25-yard line. Handoff for A.J. Dillon. Dillon breaks a tackle, breaks away, finds a hole, and he could take it the distance. A foot race with Fulton, who eventually catches him, but not before he gets to the 6-yard line for a gain of 69. Nice. What a run for A.J. Dillon, who broke tackles. He finds the lane, and he was gone. What a play for the Packers. Second and goal, play action fake. Rodgers looks for the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown by Tyler Davis. Bet you've never heard of this guy before. He scores here for Green Bay, and it's 7-0. These are the types of players the Packers are trotting out at receiver and tight end. And hey, to the kid's credit, he made a play. The Titans have it, 3rd and 10. Good throw up the middle by Tannehill, caught by Robert Woods to the 42-yard line for a solid gain of around 18 yards. That'll move the chains. Another 3rd down, this time from 6 yards out. Short pass for Traylon Burks, and he is just shy of the 1st down marker. Big tackle there by the Green Bay secondary. So it's a 4th and 1 and around midfield. The offense is going to stay on the field. The Titans feel they can get it, which they do. When you have Derrick Henry on your team, all you have to do is push up the middle and get the 1st down. But unfortunately, the starting center, Ben Jones, is hurt on the play. His day could be done. 3rd and 2. Tannehill rolls out to the left of a play-action fake. He had Burks open, but mistimed the throw. Bad play. So it's 4th and 2. Again, the Titans are out of field goal range, so again, they might as well go for it. Handoff for King Henry. He stiff arms the defender for about 5. So Tennessee gets the 1st down. Their second 4th down conversion of the drive. Now at the 20. Ryan Tannehill looks to throw it for the corner of the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown by the rookie, Kyle Phillips. The 5th-round draft pick out of UCLA makes a play, and this game is tied up. A long, hard-fought drive from the Titans with 2 4th down conversions by Derrick Henry sets up a 20-yard touchdown from Tannehill to Kyle Phillips. 7-7 is your score through 1. The Packers return here in the second quarter. It's a 3rd and 9 at the 26. Rodgers alone in the backfield. He's been pretty quiet so far. Under pressure, and he is sacked on the play. Jeffrey Simmons and Harold Landry both in the backfield. Simmons and Landry are expected to be the 2 best players in the front 7, and I feel both of them have been a little bit underwhelming this season, so it's good to see them each making a play. The Titans have it back on 2nd down. Tannehill is sacked by Rashawn Gary. Those who may know me know that I strongly dislike the Packers in real life, but Rashawn Gary's a stud. 3rd and 15. What a throw by Tannehill into the hands of the rookie, Traylon Burks, who gets 18 yards. Burks took a little bit to get going, but the past few weeks, he has been really, really impressive. 3rd and 13. Pass caught by Henry, but he's unable to keep the feet in bounds. The pass a little bit off the mark as Jamarco Jones is hurt. That's now 2 starting offensive linemen injured for the Titans. Not good. So now the Packers have it back. 2nd and 7. Rodgers looks to throw it, and it's picked off! Olasunkanmi Adeneye takes it to the house. What's his favorite number? I think he picked 6. An interception return touchdown for Ola Adeneye, and it's a 14-7 game. You do not see Aaron Rodgers get pick 6 too often. 1st down, solid gain of 8 for Green Bay as A.J. Dillon is hurt on the play. His day will be done. The Packers only have 1 healthy running back on the roster, former 7th-rounder Kylan Hill out of Mississippi State, a player whom I do like, but he's a lowly rated 7th-round pick. Rodgers is intercepted again here on 2nd and 8, this time by Caleb Farley. What's better than 1 pick 6? 2. Back-to-back drives with pick 6s for the Titans defense. First it was Ola Adeneye, now it's Caleb Farley, and the Titans lead this game 21-7 all of a sudden. The Packers have it back. Nice play up the middle for Sammy Watkins, who gets the 1st down, the former top 5 pick out of Clemson. 2nd and 11. Rodgers under pressure from Dupree. He goes short. It's caught by Allen Lazard, who gets it to the 32. Lazard has been expected to take over the role as the wide receiver 1 for this Packers team, although Randall Cobb has really been that guy this year. 1st down, handoff to the outside for Kylan Hill. That's a nice gain at about 15 yards. Way to find the hole, take advantage of your blocks. Allen Lazard is hurt on the play, so much for that wide receiver 1 talk. 3rd and goal, handoff for Hill. Shrugs away for the tacklers and is in for the end zone. Again, I know Kylan Hill is a 7th rounder with not many opportunities so far, but I think he's a pretty talented player for his draft slot, and he has taken advantage of all of these extra reps tonight. 21-14 now your score. The last time the Titans had the ball, the game was tied at 7. A lot has changed since then with the 2 pick sixes. So we'll see if Tennessee can extend their lead before halftime, as on first down, short throw up the middle for Robert Woods, as the backup center, Daniel Munyer, is injured. So now the Titans don't have any centers available. Not ideal. 3rd and 6. Tannehill up the middle. Hauled in by Bobby Trees. It's Robert Woods who gets it past the 50. Tennessee moving quick. They only have 2 timeouts. And Tannehill is intercepted. Adrian Amos picks it off with a pretty nice return. You just can't make that mistake. Tannehill was under a lot of pressure. He wanted to play hero ball. And obviously it backfired in a major way. You can't be doing that. So now the Packers get it back with good field position and all 3 timeouts. And if there's one quarterback you don't want to go up against in this simulation, it's Aaron Rodgers, who gets it to Tanyan for the first down. Now at the 24 with 22 seconds and 2 timeouts. Rodgers looks to throw it, backs up in the pocket. Short pass is caught by Watkins, who breaks the tackle, breaks another one, and gets to the 10-yard line. The Packers are moving it well. We'll see if they can tie the game before halftime. At the 10-yard line, 13 seconds to go. Rodgers looks to throw it. He goes short. It's caught by Cobb, and he is going to be stopped at the 2 as the Packers call their final timeout. So now it's decision time. Do you take the points? No. The Packers offense stays on the field. They're going to go for the touchdown. They cannot be tackled in bounds, however, and it's caught for a score by Randall Cobb, and this game is tied up. A perfectly executed drive from Aaron Rodgers, Matt LaFleur, and the Green Bay Packers. And this game is now tied up at 21 in what has been a chaotic first half with a lot of craziness, multiple pick sixes by the Titans. It's been a wild start to this game. Now, normally this is where my halftime highlights segment would be, but since this is the Thursday night football game, we don't have any highlights to show because none of the games have happened yet. For the second game of the day when we play the Bengals, that's a 1 o'clock game on Sunday, so you'll get your regularly scheduled halftime report. Let's go to the third quarter now. Tennessee opens up with the ball on first down. It's a short pass for Nick Westbrook-Akine, who gets it to the 37-yard line. I was hoping for a little bit more from him since the Hail Mary play against the Colts in Week 4. He has been a little bit underwhelming since then. 2nd and 6. Tannehill with a very risky throw. It's caught by Woods. Good coverage there by Eric Stokes, the young corner out of Georgia, but Woods makes the play. Following play from the 15-yard line, back to Woods. He brings it inside the 5 for a nice gain, and the Titans are moving the ball. The run game's been shaky, so Tennessee's really leaning on the pass, and I guess it's working right now. Tannehill calls for an audible here on 1st and goal. He's going to look short, and it's caught for a touchdown by the Rook. Traylon Burks continues his impressive rookie season. And as we continue to go along through the season, I mean, he's looking like a real Offensive Rookie of the Year candidate in a year where offensive rookies haven't necessarily stood out. 28-21, Packers have it back as on 1st and 17, they get the first down, making up for a holding call prior. That was Sammy Watkins with the play. Now at the 21-yard line, Green Bay is getting close to the red zone. Rodgers under pressure. He goes short. It's caught by Big Bob Tanyan, and he's going to get it to the 10-yard line. Green Bay's moving it well. They've just got to punch it in and try to tie the game up. 2nd and goal at the 2. Goal line set. It's going to be a play action fake, and Rodgers is sacked. Bud Dupree brings down the quarterback in the backfield. A huge play for the Titans defense. They were not fooled by the play action fake. Now 3rd and goal, possibly the final play of the quarter. Rodgers looking to tie it, backs up, goes short for Hill, breaks a tackle, just short. Big tackle by Amani Hooker, and so that'll wrap up the third. We've got ourselves a ball game, folks. 28-21, Titans lead. Packers have a 4th and goal at the 1. They've got a tough decision. Not really. You're down by 7 in the 4th, go for it, and it works. Randall Cobb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, and this one is tied at 28. Another strong drive from Green Bay as the Titans have it back. 2nd and 5 up the middle for Derrick Henry, who breaks a tackle, his best run of the game. The run blocking has been very piss poor, and overall the offensive line this season has been very questionable. Tannehill's pass is tipped and intercepted. Jair Alexander picks it off. Another turnover by the Titans offense. If Ryan Tannehill wants to keep this starting job, he's got to avoid those mistakes. Now the Packers have it at the 15. Rodgers looks for the end zone, and he's intercepted. Caleb Farley with his second interception of the game. He should not have returned it and instead taken a knee. I'll be honest, I stopped touching the controller once he caught it, assuming he would kneel it. So that's on the game, not me. Don't get mad in the comments. 3rd and 7, short throw for Okonkwo. He only gets 5. It's a shame the Titans couldn't do anything at that drive because, again, EA is stupid. So that'll force a punt. Green Bay has it back. Here's Kylan Hill with a big run. The Titans had a lot of guys back deep. They did not stack the box on that play, and obviously it kind of backfired. Great run by Hill. 3rd and 5. Rodgers up the middle. Connects with Scotty Miller for 17. Yes, Scotty Miller is now on this team. He did not get a roster spot because the Bucs have a loaded receiving core. 3rd and 3. Handoff to the fullback, and he will put the Packers ahead. That's big number 41, Sutton Smith. The former linebacker at Northern Illinois converted to fullback. Scores what could be the game-winning touchdown, but not if the Titans have anything to say about it. 3 minutes to go. 3 timeouts, more than enough time to score. 3rd and 5. Tannehill will try to connect with Woods, who drops a wide-open pass. Can't make that blunder if you're Woods. Tannehill did everything right there. 4th and 5. Tennessee's going to go for it. Short throw from Melton, and he drops it twice. Again, I don't think Tannehill's had a great game, but his receivers have not done him any favors. So we're at the 2-minute warning. The Packers are in field goal range, and if they tack on 3, they can win the game. 2nd and 7, handoff for Hill. He gets a few, but there's a flag. This could be big. It's a holding against the Packers. I never thought I would see the day that the officials make a potentially game-breaking call against the Packers. That'll move them back all the way to the 36-yard line, meaning that they could be out of field goal range, depending on what happens for the rest of the drive. On 3rd down, it's a handoff for Hill. He gets about 1, wrapped up by Harold Landry. So it's a 49-yard kick. Not impossible, but not a gimme. Keep in mind, they do have a new kicker. Mason Crosby no longer here. He has been replaced. We'll see what the new kid can do. From 49, it's up, and it is well short. No good! And the Titans have another opportunity to win the game. The defense clutches up. Now it's time for the offense to do the same. Down by 7 with about a minute and a half to go. Can Ryan Tannehill lead his team down the field and look to tie this game up at 35? In my opinion, this might be the biggest drive of the entire season so far for Tennessee. They have 1 timeout left. 3rd and 7. Tannehill goes short for Okonkwo. Not a bad play. It puts them in a 4th and short, which they will convert off the legs of Derrick Henry. Following that, the Titans would quickly go back to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They want to save that last timeout, and they've got 42 seconds here on the clock. 3rd and 10. Tannehill's going to roll out to the right. He wanted to get it to Woods, but he tripped and fell, so he's going to have to go for a run instead. Robert Woods was the read there. Woods was going to be wide open on the right side of the field, but he runs into Treylon Burks, so Tannehill has to run, and Tannehill does a good job of improvising there rather than forcing a bad pass. 4th and 2. Tennessee goes for it. Handoff for Henry, and he is stuffed short. Kenny Clark and Devontae Wyatt are in the backfield, and so that's the ball game. The Packers take it home. 35-28 your final. The Titans have now lost 3 in a row and go to a 500 record of 5-5. I think there are a lot of people and reasons to blame on this loss. However, the quarterback play, in my opinion, from Ryan Tannehill was very subpar. His receivers did not do him any favors. There was no run game today. However, this is the crossroads where I'm at with him. Tannehill is not making the big plays that make our offense explosive, but he's also not avoiding these costly mistakes that are making us lose the game. So if he's not going to make big plays and he's going to make game-losing plays, why is he the starting quarterback? Malik Willis is going to get more of an opportunity next week. He's going to see more snaps, and if he plays well, I don't know how much longer Tannehill's going to keep this job. On the other hand, Aaron Rodgers was not great either. I thought he was better than Tannehill despite the extra interception, but certainly not an Aaron Rodgers-esque day. I think the main reason why the Packers won was the difference between the ground game. Even with their 3rd-string running back, they ran it better than us. I don't think it's necessarily Derrick Henry's fault. The offensive line just continues to be a train wreck. As were the receivers today. A lot of drops from the receiving core, a lot of bad routes, a lot of miscues. Again, I think it's a mixture of Tannehill and the receivers not playing well. The pass rush was, again, pretty quiet. I will say, Green Bay's pass rush was quiet. Our pass protection was good, and our defense forced turnovers. Caleb Farley had another great game. He's been unbelievable all season. But Unfortunately, our big interceptions were not able to win us the game. We are now 5-5. We have a new injury. Daniel Munyer, the backup center, suffered an arm injury. He'll be out for one game only. Luckily, we will have Zach Cunningham back next week, which is a big deal. He was playing very well before his injury. Looking at some of the scores around the league, the Jags had a bye week, and the Colts beat the Eagles by 3. So Indianapolis is now a full game ahead of the Jags and a full game and a half ahead of us. Caleb Farley did win the Player of the Week, though, very well deserved, as that'll bring us to our Week 12 matchup. A huge cannot-lose game against the Cincinnati Bengals, who are one of the better teams in the AFC. The Titans have lost 3 in a row. They cannot afford to lose another one, or else their playoff chances are really going to look slim. This is a must-win game, by far the most important one of the entire season. Up to this point, a lot of players have a lot to prove, none more than Ryan Tannehill, whose job might be on the line today. As for the defense, they've got to step it up. We did a good job last week of forcing turnovers. Need more consistency from the run defense, but it's really the pass rush who has to step up. I need more from Harold Landry, who was really good last week against the Packers. I need more from Jeffrey Simmons. I need more from Bud Dupree. And it's not going to be easy going up against Joe Burrow, who's had a phenomenal season this year with a loaded Cincinnati Bengals offense. The Bengals as a team in general are really, really good this year once again. Their Super Bowl run last year was not a fluke. Joe Burrow has the same amount of turnovers in this series through 10 games that he did in Week 1 in real life against the Steelers, and he is red hot with 2 back-to-back phenomenal performances. He's got a load of weapons around him. Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, and a pretty good defense as well, led by a talented secondary with Jesse Bates, Daxton Hill, and my guy, Chidobe Awuzie. The offensive line is also much improved as well, and not to mention they've got some pretty cool white helmets on today. So here we go, the most important game of the season. Can the 5-5 Titans right the ship, or is it collapsing? The Bengals open up with the ball on first down. Burrow heaves it up, and it's hauled in. Looks like that's Boyd who makes the play. Good pass rush there. Burrow just kind of sent it, hoping he'd get lucky, which he did. Following play, Burrow again kind of heaves it up, and it's caught by Hayden Hurst at the 48-yard line. The Bengals are already past midfield. It's now a 3rd and 9 from the Tennessee 46-yard line. Burrow looks to throw it. He's under a little bit of pressure, and his pass is again caught by Hurst, who will not get the first down. Great tackle by David Long. The Bengals on 4th and 1 at the 39-yard line would ultimately elect to go for it here. Gutsy call. We'll see if it pays off rather than kick a 56-yarder with Evan McPherson. And, ooh, that was close, but they're going to give it to him. The fullback, Cullen Galapsia, barely gets the first down. Now from the 37, Burrow looks to throw it up the middle, and it's hauled in again by Tyler Boyd. He's getting a lot of the work so far rather than Chase or Higgins. The outside corners have done really well, yet inside Elijah Molden's had a pretty rough start to the day. 3rd and 7. Burrow looks to throw it, goes short, and it's incomplete out of bounds, again looking for Boyd. The Bengals threw it 9 of their 10 plays on that drive. The only time they didn't was the 4th and short fullback dive. Kick is good from Evan McPherson, and the Bengals lead 3-0. Big drive to see what Ryan Tannehill and the offense can do. Here's Derrick Henry with some room. He gets 15. Where was this last week? Hopefully the run game can continue to produce. On first down, Tannehill looks to throw it, backs up in the pocket, and he is sacked by Trey Hendrickson. Another sack allowed by the revolving door at right tackle, Dylan Raduns. 2nd and 21 now. It's going to be a handoff to the left side for Henry. Henry has blocks, outrunning defenders, breaks a couple tackles, and he is gone. 63 yards to the house for the King, and Derrick Henry will put the Titans ahead 7-3. Derrick Henry has not played his best football the past few weeks. It is very refreshing to see him break off that long run. A great play from King Henry, one of his best plays of the entire season. And Tennessee now leads 7-3. If the Titans can run the ball better than they have been, they can start winning games again. No wonder the offense can't run the ball, and thus the team is losing games. I think there's a common theme there. 3rd and inches at the 42. Burrow goes short. It's intercepted. Do not throw the football near Caleb Farley. I don't know what these quarterbacks are thinking. Farley now has 3 interceptions just today, doubling his total for the season. Now it's 6. He has been a legitimate superstar at corner, really doing a good job of covering number 1 receivers. Nice pass from Malik Willis, who is getting some snaps over to Traylon Burks for 16 as Nate Davis is hurt. That's not good news. Willis is going to play this whole drive. The Titans want to see some more snaps out of him today. See if he can maybe take over the starting job. 2nd and 9. Willis outruns the pass rushers. He is gone. What a play by Malik Willis. His best as a pro. And Tennessee is up by 2 scores here in the first quarter. So Ryan Tannehill is one of the fastest quarterbacks in the NFL. His athleticism does not get enough credit. But he in no way is making that play. If that was Tannehill in the pocket, he would have been sacked or he would have had to throw it away. Malik Willis' explosiveness is at another level. Trey Hendrickson's pretty quick, and Willis dusts him. He blows by everybody else. This is why the Titans are excited about Malik Willis for the future, and with how Tannehill's been playing recently, maybe the present. Bengals have it back, trailing by 11. Here is Hayden Hurst to the 39. Good play there by Joe Burrow, looking to rebound after the interception on the last drive. Following play, Burrow looks to throw it up the middle. It's nearly intercepted again by Fairley. Why do these QBs throw the ball near him? I don't care. It's Jamar Chase on the other end. 3rd and 9, nearly picked off again. McCreary had a hand on it. So the Titans get the ball back. Tannehill back in at quarterback. Both QBs are going to continue to rotate. And Tannehill is intercepted. Von Bell picks it off. I don't think that was a horrible read. That was a really good defensive play by Bell. But still, what's going on with the turnovers? Ryan Tannehill was intercepted once in the first 5 games of the season. And since the bye week, he has now been intercepted, I think, 8 times in just over 5 games. Still a very good first quarter for the Titans. They lead 14-3, but certainly an unfortunate ending. The Bengals have it back. Burrow is intercepted by Amani Hooker. So the Bengals get the ball back, but not for long. Burrow's 2nd interception of the game. The Titans are backed up at the 1-yard line. Ryan Tannehill remains in the game at quarterback. Hopefully this doesn't become a full-on QB carousel because it could get ugly. The Titans just have to run the ball here, and Derrick Henry doesn't get it, so that would force a punt. Bengals have it back. The interception proves to be pretty meaningless, although still a nice play for Amani Hooker's bank account, which will largely grow in the offseason, as does the Bengals' point total here on this touchdown by Tyler Boyd, and Cincinnati has it within a 1-score game, 14-10. Malik Willis back in at quarterback. He will play the entire drive, and we're going to see how it goes. 3rd and 3. Derrick Henry is stopped short of the yards marker by DJ Reader, so the drive comes to an end, but not so fast. Tennessee is going to go for it on their own 32, and it works. QB sneak from Malik Willis gets the first down, and the Titans move the chains. What a gutsy play call by head coach Zebediah Phoenix. 3rd and 6. What a throw by Willis. That's why the Titans are so excited about him. The big playability. He was under so much pressure there and launches a dart into the hands of Traylon Burks, who runs a great route. Good play by Burks, but my, oh my, I am salivating over that pass by Malik Willis. Tannehill is not making that throw. Willis on first down, going to run with it again, and he scrambles for another first down. Once again, Ryan Tannehill is really fast, but he's not making that play. A great scramble by Willis. Now a 2nd and 6 at the 23. Willis goes short for Burks. Good read. Willis doesn't play hero ball every play of the game. He doesn't always go deep. He had his early read in Burks, who was open, and makes the underneath pass. 3rd and 1, handoff for King Henry. He will dart into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the game, and the Tennessee Titans are back up by 2 scores. What a great drive by Malik Willis. 21-10, Bengals have it back, 2nd and 3. Burrow connects with Hayden Hurst, who gains 13 yards. The Bengals just do not want to try to run the ball today. It's so weird. The Packers ran it well with their 3rd-string running back. The Bengals have Joe Mixon. I don't get what the deal is. Nice catch by Jamar Chase, again, nearly intercepted. Burrow's been picked off twice today, and he's lucky it's only been twice. The Bengals now have it at the goal line. Time is ticking, and they called their last timeout. Why would they use their timeout there? If this ball remains in play, they're not going to have enough time to kick a field goal. And sure enough, Burrow is sacked by Harold Landry. Great coverage by Tennessee. Landry powers through Jonah Williams. And sure enough, the Bengals do not have enough time to kick the field goal. Perfectly designed defensive play by the Titans and awful clock management by Cincinnati. 21-10 your score here at halftime. The Titans lead. The big story at the game, Malik Willis looks like a rock star. Will it keep up? I don't know, but it's been a night and day difference when he's in at quarterback compared to Ryan Tannehill, at least today, and I guess really over the past few weeks with how Tanne's been playing. Let's look at our highlights around the league. The Jaguars are proving more and more to be a fluke. The Ravens are playing very well today. J.K. Dobbins has scored twice, including this awesome run. Lamar Jackson has been throwing the ball pretty effectively as well, connecting with this deep touchdown for Tylan Wallace. Lamar with an unbelievable throw on the run. 21-7, your score. The 7-3 Ravens over the Jags, who are not playing good football since the halfway point of the season. In a Super Bowl 50 rematch, this game has looked quite a bit like Super Bowl 50. Russell Wilson connected on this deep pass with Tim Patrick, which nearly led to a touchdown. But don't worry, Tim Patrick fantasy owners. He would end up scoring on the very next play of the game. Patrick of over 100 yards here at the half. On the other end, Baker Mayfield's been a little bit shaky. This late first half interception from Mayfield over to corner Ronald Darby really stopped all momentum the Panthers offense had of making it a one-score game. Carolina was one of the hottest teams in the league to begin the year, as was Denver, but the Broncos are playing better as the year's gone along. And then in South Beach, it has been the Tyreek Hill show against the Texans. Hill has 10 catches for 210 yards and 2 touchdowns here in just the first half. The Texans have absolutely no answer for him whatsoever. Tua Tagovailoa has been launching dimes today, and Tyreek Hill has been a machine. Peace out, Texans. Dolphins lead this one 28-7. The Texans are looking more and more likely for the number 1 pick, which as of now, I think the favorite would be Georgia quarterback Clyde Williamson. Right now, it looks like a two-way battle between the Texans and the Lions, both of whom only have 1 win. Let's move on to the second half. Good start here for Tennessee. Just got to keep running the ball well. Malik Willis backing at quarterback to start the third quarter. Willis under pressure. He escapes through, and he's going to run and throw another solid gain. I mean, these are not plays Tannehill is making. Dylan Radunes is so horrible on the right side of the line, yet Malik Willis is able to get away from these pass rushers. For every good play, there are going to be some blunders like that. Malik Willis is far from a polished prospect. Let's make it perfectly clear. 3rd and 6, solid cut to the outside by Derrick Henry. He is just shy of the 4th down marker. The Titans have been very aggressive today. Why stop now? 4th and 1. Tennessee's going to go for it. Henry nearly stopped, but he shrugs the defender for the first down. That was a good play by the Cincinnati defense, but Derrick Henry's just a little bit bigger and stronger than that safety. 3rd and 5. Here is Willis. Backs up in the pocket. That was a bad play. Willis got a little bit overwhelmed by the pressure, and Tennessee is going to be forced to kick the field goal. 49-yard attempt for Fat Randy Bullock is up and good. Bullock has not missed a kick all season long, whether it's been a field goal or an extra point. He has been literally perfect. 24-10, Bengals have it back. 6 to go in the third. It's a wheel route for Joe Mixon. Hey, he has the ball in his hands. When Joe Mixon has the football, good things generally happen for the offense. Mixon's one of the best backs in the league, and the Bengals just have not even tried to run it. I don't know why. 2nd and 6. Burrow under pressure. Harold Landry in the backfield as it's caught by Boyd, who has it inside the 5. I know Harold Landry's been underwhelming this season, but last week against the Packers and today against the Bengals have been his 2 best games of the year. Landry's been phenomenal. 2nd and goal, another sack. Bud Dupree flies into the backfield. Amani Hooker was there as well. Harold Landry as well. And now it is a 3rd and goal backed up at the 7-yard line here for Cincinnati. They should not be throwing the ball on the goal line because it has not been working. The pass for Chase, broken up by Kevin Byard. 4th and goal. Cincinnati's going to kick the field goal. It'll remain a 2-score game, but I guess it's a little bit closer as McPherson splits the uprights, and it's now 24-13. So the Titans are back up by 11. Ryan Tannehill leads the offense out on the field. Just so it's clear, Malik Willis is not this team's starting quarterback at the moment. It's Ryan Tannehill, but Tannehill's leash is really, really short. He's got a lot to prove on this drive if he wants to keep the starting position. 2nd and 10, good read for Kyle Phillips, who gets 13 yards. The last thing we need is for these quarterbacks to be rotating in and out of drives constantly. So the Titans have to figure out who will be getting a majority of the snaps at quarterback the rest of the year. Tannehill's looking good on this drive. He gets it over to Robert Woods to the 40-yard line. Down from the 29, very late here in the third quarter. Tannehill again looks to throw it. He has an open man downfield. It's Derrick Henry, who gains 18. Tannehill was bad in this game up until this possession, but he is looking good. He's making impressive throws. 24-13, Titans lead here against the Bengals. as we enter the fourth quarter. Can the Titans finally snap their 3-game losing streak? 2nd and 3 at the 5. Handoff for Derrick Henry. He will walk into the end zone. That's a hat trick. His 3rd touchdown of the game. He's getting pretty close to 200 yards as well. And so it's 31-13. Not looking too hot for the Bengals. 3rd and 14. Burrow looks to throw it under pressure. He is sacked. Harold Landry and Jeffrey Simmons in the backfield. Again, good to see both of them disrupting the game and making chaos for the opposing quarterback. So the Titans offense has it back. Malik Willis returns to the game. Since it is a 3-score game and the Titans appear to have this one pretty much won, I would anticipate Malik Willis will play the rest of this game. The Titans want to continue to see what they have in him because they know what they have in Tannehill. However, I think we're going to see a lot of Derrick Henry here in these final 7.5 minutes. Another big run for the King. The Titans don't only want to run the ball. They want to see more of Malik Willis' arm, but at the same time, they don't want to make plays that could blow them the game. So for now, it's operation. Give the ball to 22 and let him stiff arm every defender in the area. Henry now brings it to the 12, looking for touchdown number 4. Could it happen? 1st and 10 at the 12. Willis is going to look to throw it. Backs up in the pocket. He goes short for O.J. the Juice Man Howard. Touchdown, Tennessee. And this game appears to be well without a reach. Great read from Willis. His first passing touchdown of the game. I believe his 2nd in his NFL career. 2nd all-purpose touchdown today. And it's a 25-point deficit. The Bengals are looking to play for pride, I guess. Good play by T. Higgins, who's been very quiet. I feel like Christian Fulton's been a little bit underwhelming this season, but today, Fulton has completely locked down T. Higgins, who might be the best wide receiver 2 in the NFL. If not, he's definitely up there. Nice play to the 28 for Hurst, who's been one of Cincinnati's better receivers today. It's been him and Boyd making all the plays rather than Higgins and Jamar Chase. From the 28, short throw is caught by Boyd again, who continues to be a monster for Cincinnati. He brings it in the red zone. Bengals now have it at the 8-yard line. 2nd and 4, just over 3 minutes to go. Burrow goes short. It's caught by Jamar Chase for the touchdown. So it's 20-38. The Bengals obviously have no choice but to go for an onside kick. Tennessee is prepared. Good onside kick by McPherson, but it's recovered by Nick Westbrook-Akine. And at this point, the final 3 minutes of the game would be the Titans just chewing the clock some more. So that'll wrap it up. A big win for Tennessee, 30-28. Obviously, a lot happened in this game, particularly at the quarterback position. I don't want there to be a big-time QB battle because the last thing we need is for A, Malik Willis's development to be stunted, or B, for Ryan Tannehill's confidence to be all messed up. Malik Willis was better today as a passer and a runner. There's just more explosiveness with him in the offense. Ryan Tannehill has the experience. He has the consistency. He doesn't make bad plays, or at least that's what we think we have in him, because he has not been consistent this year, and he has had too many turnovers. However, it might not even matter who we have at quarterback as long as Derrick Henry continues to play like this. Joe Mixon had 5 carries, which just blows my mind. What are the Bengals thinking? The pass rush had one of their better days of the year. Again, Harold Landry was great, by far his best performance of the season. Good to see him playing a lot better. So a really strong win here against the Bengals. We needed that one badly to keep ourselves in the playoff hunt. I think Harold Landry deserves a ton of credit here. He has been very up and down this season. Really, since the bye week, he's been a lot better, which is good, even though the team hasn't been playing well since the bye week. At least he is. Unfortunately, Chigakakwa, though, dislocated his hip. He'll be out 4 weeks. In Week 12, the Jags lost again, and the Colts won again. Indianapolis has now won, I think, 7 in a row. Derrick Henry did not win Player of the Week, unfortunately, but Tyreek Hill kind of deserved it. He was a machine against the Texans. We can now look at the playoff picture since it's Week 13. Obviously, no Titans in there, unfortunately. It's a very tight race for the AFC wildcard, and we're obviously well within the division race, too. So it's going to be a bloodbath these final 6 weeks of the season. And again, not an easy schedule. We play the Eagles, the Jags twice, the Chargers, the Texans, and the Cowboys. That is not an easy slate of games, and we've got to figure out what the hell we're going to do at quarterback. Will Ryan Tannehill keep the starting position, or is it time to pass the keys to the car to Malik Willis? That's going to wrap up the episode. Let me know what you think we should do at the quarterback position down below. Hope everybody enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out. Tighten up.